Right, good afternoon. Join me on the banks of the Dorset Stour near Blandford. I'm down here chasing chub and anything else that decides to come along. It's a bit chocolate coloured, so I'm not really holding my breath. But come later on this evening, there's always a chance of a bite when it goes dusk. But to start off, I'm on a swim that I've been fancying for months. I've been thinking about coming down here for ages. It's just a shame the weather's wrong. I've got my float rod set up. I'm going to be fishing big lumps of flake to try and get something to see it in the gloom. And we'll give it a go for an hour. If that doesn't work, I've got my tip rod with me. I've got some cheese paste, and I'll get out and give that a go. And that should get me a bite, if nothing else. Okay, been going for about an hour and a half. Finally had this little one, about 2.5 pound, something like that. More than happy with him. Thank you very much, Mr. Fish. I'm a little bit happy. I've just had this. It's about 7 o'clock at night. And I've just done a couple of tactical changes. I've moved swims drastically. I'm on the tip. And I've gone from a link ledger to a bread feeder. And I've just been fishing punch bread, but that hasn't worked. So I put a big chunk of flake on, 4-foot hook link, chucked it out there, started my tee, and it's bounced off. Little chub, job done. I can pack up happy now. Right, good afternoon. Join me back down on the Dorset Stour. I'm on a stretch upstream of where I was on Friday. Cormorant there. Must be some fish here. Chasing chub. I've got the same kit I've been bringing out, just a float rod and a tip rod. But the water's very coloured, a bit more coloured than I was expected, to be fair. So now I'm going into emergency mode and I'm fishing with cheese paste and dropping it into lightly looking swims. I've done about 4 swims so far. I've had no indications. I've done everything from far bank slacks, near bank slacks. I've done a cattle drink, and now the one over my shoulder, I've got a load of trees there which goes into a slack, so I'm going to be fishing a little bit of a slack down there. There's another tree just down there downstream which I'm going to try and shoehorn a bait in underneath for 5 minutes as well. We'll give it a little bit and see what happens. Right, it's coming up on 4:45, and even though I've moved all the way back downstream to a swim where I know there's some roach, and I'm fishing a liquidised bread feeder, I've had nothing. I've had 2 little touches. I'll be honest, I think I'm fishing a bit heavy for them. Yeah, that's it, I'm off. I will see you on Friday night. Come on, roach. Right, good evening. It's 5 o'clock on Friday night, and as you can see, back down on the river. I'm in the same swim I was in last Friday when I had a small chub. I've been up there, well, down there earlier, and I've lost a good fish that I hate to think may have been a big roach. But c'est la vie, that's the way it goes. I'm here now. I'm going to give it another 3 hours and then I'm off. Fingers crossed I'll show you a fish before then. If I don't, I'll see you tomorrow morning somewhere else. Well, good morning. It's now Saturday, the morning after the night before. I'm back down on the Hampshire Avon. It's in very good nick. It's a bit quick, but it's a lot clearer. And within, well, half an hour, I'll be honest, I've been fishing the wrong part of the swim for the first bit. I've had this little beauty, probably 2.5–3 pound. You know what? I don't care. I'm happy. I've caught a fish for the first time this week. Right, let's catch some more. Okay, a little bit happy. An ounce shy of £5, £4.15. I've just been watching an otter cruising up and down to my upstream of me, thinking it's all over, and then the float's gone under and I've had this. So I'm a bit happy, to say the least. Right, let's get some photos and get her back. Right, it's about 1/4 hour later. I've just had this little beauty, £4.1. I'm definitely not complaining. It's just done my hook link though in the net, which is never good. I'm gonna get a couple of quick photos and get her back. As you can see, it's being had by something. Looks like there might be some very big crocodiles down here. Right, let's get her home. Starting to think my scales are broken. This one's just coming at 4.14. Can't seem to beat £5. Right, good morning. It's Saturday morning, about 20 past 8, and you join me on a little club lake just outside Salisbury. I'm chasing carp this morning, the main reason being that all the rivers are well out of kilter. We've had a lot of wind and rain of late. Storm Dennis came through last weekend and gave us the good news, and we've got another band of rain coming through now. I mean, I've seen pictures of the Avon, and it's well into the fields, which is not ideal, and certainly not safe fishing conditions. So I've decided to take discretion as a better part of valour. I need to go back to work next week to finish my course, so I'm here. I'm only going to give it a few hours, whether I catch or not. And yeah, that's it really. Like I say, I'm chasing carp. I've got one out to the front where I've seen one show, and I've got one underneath a bush to my right, which is getting the odd beep. But that's probably just due to the wind on the rod tip. And we'll see how we go. Hopefully I'll update you later with a nice little fat carp in my hands. But failing that, it's just nice to be outside after being sat in a classroom all week. Right, I'll speak to you later. Right, here we go. I've just finally pulled this little beauty out. It's taken me a lot longer than I expected. I've had to move 3 times, but at last I've got one, so I'm now happy. Right, I'm going to get this back. I'll speak to you in a bit. Okay, so that fish has taken me a lot longer than I expected to catch. I have been fishing method feeders today with little wafters on. My pellet, it's just purely pellet around a hybrid feeder. Little light ones, and I've had to chuck it right in underneath the foliage to catch that fish. Don't know if that's because of or in spite of, I'm not sure. Yeah, so the plan for the rest of this, well, for the next couple of weeks, is I'm away on courses, so I don't know if I'm going to be getting out for the next few weeks. Just have to suck it and see. So that's February done. I will probably see you in March. Ciao for now.